I'm Petur Oskars, also known as X-Hagen, and I'm a Senior Gamemaster at CCP. And I've been working there since May 2003, so I've been around for quite a while. Many years, many good years. Yes.
What do you do at CCP?
Senior Gamemaster, but now I'm slowly getting more involved I'm working with Dr. Eyjólfur, our economist, and we are sort of forming a department that is going to study and look at larger scale social aspect like the economics and this Council of Stellar Management that we're introducing here and upcoming projects.
Okay, that's a good point. Stellar Council. Who had the idea to it?
According to Hilmar, that they actually mentioned this idea back in 2001, before EVE was actually launched. They were just having a brainstorm session or whatnot, and this thing came up. And then again, at the FanFest 2005, Dr. Emil gave a presentation where he predicted that we would at some point need some sort of election player council, some sort of format, and this summer Hilmar approached me with a specific task of putting something like this together, and that's what we have today.
Okay, could you explain the idea of player council to our community?
Yes. Currently, I mean, I'm already starting on changing it because of the player feedback here, but currently we are thinking about an election system where players will elect representatives that they think will be able to represent them quite efficiently, and those representatives will work with the community to bring up issues, whether it's gameplay issues or greater social issues, and there's been this joke going on of people wanting pink ponies in EVE. And I mean, if they deem that this is important and the players feel that this is really relevant, this council will then be able to present their topics and their agendas to CCP directly and corresponding. So it's sort of an official conduit from the players to CCP.
Yeah, some of the players think it will be any kind of an instance for controlling CCP because of the I say faults in the past, you know, game mastering and so on, Titan, you know.
Yes. I mean, they're gonna have again, this will change. I can promise that. But currently, the players, of course, don't have a direct say, because, of course, CCP is a company and a company that needs money to survive, and we can't actually allow the players to take that control out of our hands. But the power of suggestion and the refined ideas and the concerns the players have are, of course, important to us. So, in a way, they control, although they don't have an actual vote on the matter, if you like to put it that way.
To figure it a little bit more out, there is a council, and the council says, okay, this is not a good thing in EVE, and we don't want it. And CCP has an idea about maybe earning money with this. What will happen?
What will happen, like I foresee it, and again, this is still being thought of and has not been finalized. How I see it is that if this comes up and CCP does not want to follow what the players are proposing, I want to see CCP actually making a counter proposal. You know, so it suits CCP better, but is still parallel or you know, based on what the players were actually asking for. So the players might not get exactly what they're asking for, but I hope and I foresee that they should get something similar. So there will be an actual, at least power of the suggestion or power to influence.
Okay. I think we already talked with some players about Stellar Council, and they have one thing they don't want to see, that big corporations with many money go and buy the election for this council. So if I'm the new player in EVE and I go to the election, I think I will vote one of the people who are famous or to have a good marketing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
What will you do that this thing will not happen?
I'm not sure we want to do anything about this. I mean, this is how current modern governments are selected. I mean, elections and democracy and so I'm going to be really careful using the word democracy here, because I found out these 2 days that people have a really different understanding of the word democracy. So it's better to just leave it out and have a democratic system or election system. But of course, it's flawed. Everybody knows that. I mean, it's flawed everywhere, and I prefer not to having to hire a mathematician just to be able to calculate or put up a minority protection thing. So my proposal is that everybody can vote for anybody, and CCP is not going to interfere in that in any way.
Okay, but if there are 3 alliances with very much money and they have some money to buy the election, it will be no player council. It will be 3-player council.
Yeah. But again, if that council comes to CCP with some ideas or concerns that involve only them, but not the entire population, CCP of course can answer.
But how will you get that the entire population don't want it? It's a stellar council.
Yes, it is.
You believe the stellar council, that the stellar council will give you the right feedback, and that's the point.
Yes, but it is. But I'm fairly sure we can pick out if Alliance A says, okay, we want more moon materials in our region. And we would say, okay, you want more moon materials in your region, but why? I mean, how does that benefit the entire population? And they might reply with, well, we get richer and so on. And CCP, it's just a hypothetical situation, but we could reply with, okay, we're going to increase the moon materials in all moons, everywhere. I mean, you feel that moon materials are lacking, even though you only know your region or state your region. So we're going to take a extra step. You're going to get more moon materials and everybody else. So this is one example. If CCP handpicks, I mean, let's say we advertise that we want, who wants to step up to do this? And people step up and we just go with a criteria, okay? We want 3 players from corporations with 50 to 200 members, and then we want, you know, if we handpick them, that's not...
That's no election, yeah.
No, that's no election, and that's not the players actually having a say. That's us saying we want to listen to this group, this group, this group, and this group, but all the others you just have to not be heard. I think this is actually worse than having a popularity contest. But again, the voting system will be anonymous, so nobody will know if you actually voted for someone or not. So if you want to buy votes, you have no guarantee whatsoever that you will actually get the votes. So that removes bribing and threats or coercion, more or less. I mean, you can't say to a corporation that is living in your region, vote for us or we will kick you out. And they could say, yes, okay, we will vote for you, and then don't vote for them. There's nothing that prevents that, or there's nothing wrong with it.
Will there be a chance for players to make marketing before the election?
Yes.
So without the board or in-game chat, is there a possibility to make a campaign?
If they want to, like the idea is now, then if you want to advertise or make a marketing or the election campaign, then go ahead.
Okay.
Use whatever you need. As long as it's within the EULA. If you do something on the EVE forums or in-game, just follow the EULA.